CBS News Elections Director Anthony Salvanto is with us at the table to break it all down. Good to see you, Anthony.
How are you?
I'm really good, really good. So 63 days and counting. What do the numbers tell you as we sit here today?
Clinton is leading. She is leading where it counts. You know, you'll see the national polls bounce around here and there, but if you look state by state, and this election is won state by state, the story of the summer has been that in all of these states where we thought the race might be close, we have seen her take a lead, sometimes in single digits, sometimes in double digits. And so what that does is it makes Donald Trump's road a little bit harder. It puts some states, you'll hear a lot about Ohio, of course. You'll hear about Florida. He's got to win those states. He's got a narrow path. He can do it, but he's got to start picking them off.
But Anthony, the way you've got this now, likely 341 electoral votes. Wow. For Hillary Clinton, you only need 270 to win. That suggests a blowout.
It does at this point. You know, it's not over, but it does. You know, it's even the case now where we've started to see some reliably Republican states, places like Georgia, places like Arizona that just don't vote Democratic, have started to get close. And Clinton is within striking distance there.
And what is the down ballot implication?
Well, you know what? In poll after poll, Senate races, people say that they think that their Republican Senate candidate is a different kind of Republican from Donald Trump. So right now, we don't see Trump being that much of a drag on a lot of these Senate candidates.
We've seen Donald Trump spend the last 2 weeks trying to clarify his immigration plan, just again saying some undocumented immigrants may be able to stay. Where do you see his polling among Hispanic voters? How does that affect in some of these battleground states?
You know, what it's done, he's not doing well with the Hispanic voters. And what that's done a little bit is it's cut him off on that map we were talking about in places like Nevada and Colorado. It's hurting him a little bit in Florida, too.
Arizona, I was surprised to see Arizona has one of the highest Hispanic populations in the entire country.
It does, and in the polling, Hispanic voters say that they are more motivated to vote in this election than they have been in the past, and that's hurting him because they're voting for Clinton. You know, having said that, with regard to immigration, his base likes his policies on it, but when you look at the folks who aren't with him, they don't like his policies.
So just explain to me what he has to do to win if he can.
Yeah, well, it's not immigration, because the people who don't like his policies are already against him. Where he does do a little bit better, in fact, in many cases better than Hillary Clinton, is on the economy. So I would not be surprised, he's probably looking at the same numbers we are, if he starts talking about that, because he's got a little bit of an edge there on fixing the economy over Hillary Clinton, which is in fact not good news for Clinton. Democrats usually lead on that metric.
Which is what his paid media strategy is. His paid ads are about the economy. It's just what he's doing interviews on and is the immigration.
Or he steps on his message.
Yeah.
Or that.
And they both have such high negatives too, Anthony. Have you ever seen anything like this on both sides, both such high negatives?
Literally, no, we have not. And so, but that introduces uncertainty into this race, Gail. Because you look at this big lead, but it's fragile. And it's fragile because you have a front runner who is unpopular. You have a front runner who 38% of her voters say they are voting for Hillary Clinton just to oppose Donald Trump. I mean, you need to be an affirmative choice, right? Nobody ever says, hey, who are you voting against this year?
They're saying it on the other side, too.
Thank you,
right, say, who are you voting for?
Good to see you.
Sure.
I know we'll see you again before now in November.
Indeed.
Thank you very much.